Alright everyone, how you doing? How you doing? Today we are back for another discussion video. And what spawned this idea is something that happened rather recently to me. You see, I have recently reran, and despite my positive feelings and praise for Wuthering Waves, this is one of the aspects of the game that I am not particularly fond of. No, not characters rerunning. It is the need for signature weapons, but I also don't believe in that either.
What?
Contradictory, I know, but that's why I'm making this video, to see if there's any truth to that. And before anyone tries a gotcha moment in the comments without even watching the video, this isn't exclusive to just Wuthering Waves. Many gachas and live service games often do this exact practice, where the characters perform much better if they have the specific weapon tailor-made exactly for them. The reason I'm using Wuthering Waves for this video is simply due to it being the most recent experience I have regarding this. Now with that said, thankfully Wuthering Waves weapon banner has this neat little feature of every weapon being 100% guaranteed. Which is amazing, don't get me wrong. Absolutely monumental, huge W for Kuro Games and for the player base as a whole. It's just, I can't help shake the feeling that this, whilst being obviously intentional, is also sort of kind of a bad thing in its own weird way. Look, let me explain before you get all riled up. The weapon banners being 100% guaranteed doesn't leave me with that uneasy feeling. The uneasy feeling comes from the knowledge they could design a weapon so finely tuned for the specific character it's made for, but the standard weapons, plus other alternative character weapons, are just so much worse in comparison. But, before anything else, I want to make one thing perfectly and abundantly clear. I am saying this from a very privileged position. As someone who is in the position of being able to get a signature weapon for a character whenever I feel like it. I'm aware how this might come across as complaining for the sake of complaining, but I'm going to need you to take me at my word when I say this. You don't need every signature. Alright, hi, I thought I'd record this part live. I guess I want to freestyle it, raw dog it if you prefer. So here we are. Now, according to the script, I said, you don't need every signature. Of course, you're going to need some, okay? This is sadly unnegotiable, but also only really for Cartafia, and I guess another character who might be my favourite. Let's talk about Cartafia first. Now, Cartafia, if you're unfamiliar, is a HP scaler. See, everything scales off HP, so you're going to want a lot of HP, right? That's why I got 51,000 HP. Unfortunately, there's only one weapon in the game, but sword weapon. That's a HP stat for 72%. In fact, if we go back and we open it up to, where was it again? Gallery. Okay, I'm also doing this to just kind of fluff time because nobody wants to watch a 6-minute video about this. And if you do, fair play, appreciate it. So we go here, we click on every single weapon, every single sword that Cartafia can use. Not one has HP on it. Even the 4 stars are all attack. Every single one. Even the 3 stars. And I guess the 2 star? But yeah. So you kind of need signatures for Cartafia. That said, let's take a look at Brant. Now Brant, I love this character. I'm going to invest heavily next time he gets a rerun. Now Brant needs energy regen. Not just for the tiebreaker set, which you also don't need this. You can run it on Moonlight Sonata, I think it was called, or the Midnight Veil. I forget the one it's called. I can't bother. I'm just going to flash it up on the screen when I see it. So he needs this energy regen. Increase attack reaching 250% energy regen. Increases all attribute damage. And you can see here on the Forte, Brant gains additional attack based on his energy regen. For every 1% of his energy regen over 150%, Brant gains additional 12 points of attack. He just wants a lot of energy regen. You can see there, he even heals based off energy regen. And this is just the bog standard scales off attack. And let's take a look at his signature. Now granted, we do have a nice free-to-play option for Era Rover, which was Blood Pack's Pledge. Which also, this is another example of, you don't need signatures, but you need it for the Rover, Era Rover. But you're giving it for free. And the means to upgrade it to max level. And that gives 38.8% energy regen. But Brant's signature is 77%. That is a huge jump. Now, once again, you don't need that, but you have to hope you have really good echo rolls. And very briefly, I'll show you mine. You're probably going to guess, but I don't really have a lot of energy regen. I got one there, one there. So in this scenario, yes, I needed the energy regen. I've also got the main stats there, but it really helps. And that's the key point of signatures. They help. But you don't need them. Sometimes you do, though. I would also argue Looper as a character who needs signature, but also you don't. I didn't get this on her initial run. I actually used Jian's weapon, which is just, like I said before. In fact, let me pull up the script right here. It was something about character-specific alternates, which is a good example of it. But I mean this here because it extends, or each successful extension gives 24% fusion damage bonus to all resonators. It's amazing for fusion teams. You don't need it, but if you have it, it's amazing. And that's kind of the point I'm hoping to get across, but maybe the scripted section doesn't do. It's, you don't need the signatures, but the difference in performance does shoot up, both support-wise, DPS-wise, and just all-round. That said, let's take a look at another good example. I actually had this lined up, where I was going to do a nice little smooth transition, where we get the Rover. I already spoke about Rover with his signature. Let's take a look at Showkeeper. Arguably the most needed character in the game. Yeah, I don't have signature. That's because she doesn't need it. And hopefully this is what I mean. This is the best character in the game. Okay, that's debatable, but just for this sake, let's just say she is. And also, yeah, it's Showkeeper. The fact I don't have her a signature, and the signature would help, but you don't need it. And that's what I want to try and get across. You don't need every signature. It's just sometimes, even with Rebecca and Lucy, I got the signatures, but that's just because it was limited time and I thought, hey, do you know what? Once again, I'm in a position of privilege where I can go and do this. Mornay. I've got her in Discord. Not the app, I mean this, but you knew that already. Lame joke, I'm aware. But yeah, just energy regen. Now, obviously, the signature's going to help her performance massively, but I don't think I'm going to get it. I didn't really want to get Mornay in the first place. I've already spoken about this. I pulled for meta reasons rather than fun, which I think fun trumps all else. Anyway, that said, that's kind of the nice little raw dog section, I guess. Let's just get back to the rest of the video, shall we? Now, I'm not a calculations kind of guy. I just don't have the patience for it. However, I hold a firm stance on seeing is believing. So, I took the liberty of trying something. 2 runs, the same team, same rotations, same skills, same echoes, same enemies. The only difference? Imeth is equipped with her signature in one run, with the other run having her on the standard weapon Emerald of Genesis. So, with all this yapping, it's time to put it into practice. I won't torture your attention spans because, admittedly, this team is not the most exhilarating. Especially given I played them the most boring and safest way possible. But I hope you can notice the difference when you see this for yourself.
Assuming master control. Guidance ready. Authorizing maximum output. Attack confirmed. Safe. Take it up. Special delivery. Go boom! Mark. One more. Rising up. Soul sing in harmony. To the Savior's victory. Rejection. Evil's path. Smile. Sparks. Ignite the world. Cluster cannon ready. The Savior rises. Assuming master control. Leave it to me. Initiating criticality protocol. Processing complete. Tie a bow and call that my signature. That's all you got? No! Whirling up! Starlight over the seas. Scorch through the void. Starfall. Light show of the finale. Fire!
confirmed.
Come on, little one. Fly high.
Truth, reach the cosmos. Pierce light wings activated.
Stars shine tonight. Blade cleaves the night.
Herald, urged in light. Solar flare. Projection.
Evil path. Fly high.
Truth, reach the cosmos. Light wings activated.
Stars shine tonight. Assuming master control. Guidance ready. Initiating criticality protocol. Attack confirmed. Tie a bow and call that my signature. Come on, little one. Starlight over the seas.
Scorch through the void. Light art.
Heroes on. Lights up.
Line lights. Checked.
Come on.
Stars. Light up tomorrow. Body limit unlocked.
The savior rises. Assuming master control. Access confirmed. Authorizing maximum output. Processing complete. Drive safe. Special delivery. Go boom. Shake it up. Now look. Early up. Soul sing in harmony.
To the Savior's victory! Projection.
From the south, the world is mine to guard.
Objective. Log. Light wings activated.
Stars shine tonight.
So, I'm hopeful you stayed awake during that. I tried to keep everything as close to the same as I could, but well, you know how Woven Waves AI can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I could do this for a lot of characters, but the point would remain the same no matter how many times I do this. I believe you do not need signature weapons. They are of course a great help, and sometimes better than getting constellations. Of course, saying all this, it's entirely up to you what you do. I will always advocate for having fun the way you want above all else. But it can't hurt to know whether something can impact your ability to do just that. And nothing feels worse than investing in a character you later regretting. At the end of the day, don't pull day one. Maybe wait a little. Maybe you do what I do sometimes and wait to pull the weapon on a rerun. That way you can really see how well your character is performing without their signature. With that, it is the end of the video. If you found this even remotely helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out greatly and lets me know this is good for the community. That's what being a community is all about. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and like always, stay refreshing.